What's going on, everyone? Vileartist here, bringing you episode 3 of my tutorial series on how to kick ass in PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. In this week's episode, I will cover another topic that I feel has a major impact on whether you live or die in PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. In addition, be sure to stick around until the end of the video for information about my upcoming giveaway for reaching 750 subscribers on YouTube. If you like this video and want to see more like it, please be sure to let me know by leaving a like and a comment. And if you want to support this growing community, please subscribe to my channel and join me on Discord. Links to Discord and all my social media are in the description below. Also, if you want to see these tips in action, check out my live stream on Twitch. I'll be streaming Mondays and Wednesdays at 5 p.m. Eastern Time and Saturdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Episode 2. Awareness is key. This week's episode will be covering awareness. What this means is how you understand what is happening around you and how you should respond to it. In its most basic form, it is absolutely essential that you identify all threats as quickly as possible. Just like last week, we will cover 3 sections of the game: early, middle, and endgame. Starting off with the early game, you should begin scouting out your surroundings before you even hit the ground. The most simple thing you can do is just pan your camera around every which way before you touch down at your landing spot to give you a rough idea of how many other people are landing with you. Also, it's not good enough to just count them and have a number in your head. You need to watch where they go so you have a more specific idea as to where you can expect to encounter them. Once you touch down, you also need to get your bearings as quickly as you can. This means to acquire a weapon and ideally a helmet and vest also, then get a position of advantage, see episode 2 for more on this, and determine where your enemies are. Try and quickly gauge what weaponry they have so you know at what range you should best engage from. You can do this by listening to the sounds of the shots and also their moving animations. A shotgun or rifle is the most standard with the long-barreled weapons carried in 2 hands. An SMG will be carried in 1 hand only and held up and in front of the player's body while running. And a pistol will be carried in 1 hand down and behind the player while running. This takes some getting used to, but with a bit of practice and focus, you will soon be able to quickly determine what sort of weapons people have, and this will greatly increase your chances of survival since you'll know at what distances to engage them. Once you're able to quickly upon landing identify your threats and what weaponry they have, you'll be able to handle the encounters much better than going into it blind. Focus on the available information that you can gather. Mid-game is a bit more unusual because oftentimes you will come across people completely at random and you won't have a lot of time to get much information, but you still have some options. First of all, when you approach any building or compound, you must use visual and audio information to determine if it's clear to proceed. Warning, this is not foolproof as a skilled camper can make his presence nearly invisible, so this will not always work. First thing is to look and see if any doors are open in the buildings you approach, and if they are, how many. If all the doors are open, it's usually a safe bet that there will not be anybody hiding there, and it's also likely that there's not much good loot left, so you may want to consider just moving on. Most people who want to hide in a building will close doors behind them to conceal their presence, so if you see open doors, normally there is nobody there. However, if you see only some doors open but others closed, you can assume perhaps that somebody is still around and is actively looting the area since not everything has been cleared. And finally, look at the windows. If you see any windows with the glass broken out of them, you can assume that there was a gunfight that happened there, and the survivors may still be nearby. Next is audio. When you approach a building, you should always stop and listen. Footsteps are clearly heard in this game, so if somebody is hiding in the building you are about to enter, or even another one nearby, you'll be able to hear them moving around inside. If you hear someone moving around and doors opening, but not closing, then you can assume that this person is looting and doesn't know that you're there. With that information, you can find a good vantage point and identify the player's exact location. With that knowledge, you can set up an ambush when that player moves to another building to loot. The final thing I'm going to cover is the endgame situation when you're in the top 10. At this point in the game, every action you take is critical to your success or failure. Each shot you take is alerting all the remaining players to your exact location and what weapon you're firing. The great thing about this is that you can use the same information to your advantage when another player does it. Find a good position that provides you with good cover. Now look and listen. If you hear gunshots, identify their rough location and match it with the kill feed. You should be able to determine who killed who and what weapon they have. Doing this a couple times can give you an excellent awareness of who is left in the match and what locations they are at. So with that knowledge, you can decide where to move and avoid confrontation so you don't risk getting killed. I will stress that it is absolutely essential to know where people are at the endgame. When you're down to the last 3, you do not want to give yourself away. Wait for the remaining 2 players to engage each other and let them fight it out. You'll be able to figure out where the survivor is, and now you'll have a massive advantage. The only time you should engage somebody in the final few remaining is if your own survival is compromised. If you feel like you can get a free kill easily, you can consider doing so, but remember that it puts you at a huge risk because everyone else still alive heard your shots. Yes, even with a suppressor. And now know your location. Have patience and use your available information to gain awareness of what is happening around you. Look and listen to find people, and you'll be able to make necessary movements to outplay the remaining players. Good luck, and keep chasing those chickens. Now that we've reached the end of the video, I'd like to talk about our upcoming giveaway, where I'll be giving one lucky person a free copy of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds after we reach 750 subscribers. If you want to be a part of this giveaway, check back with the channel in the next few weeks and there will be more information as we come closer to our goal. Please support this community by sharing with your friends, and if you or someone else you know would like to win a copy of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, be sure to subscribe and help us reach the goal sooner. Let me know what sort of videos you guys would like to see. I'm considering making a shorter quick tips series as well as a more laid-back Friends Play series focusing more on casual fun as opposed to competitive gameplay. If you guys have ideas of what sort of videos you'd like to see, please let me know by leaving a comment. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please let me know by leaving a like and a comment. If you want to support our growing community, please subscribe and join my Discord to hang out with me and play some Battlegrounds. Thank you again for all of the support and encouragement. This has been Vileartist, and I will see you all next time.